Cube, welcome to Transport Fever. Yep, it's finally here. I think the actual release date for this is on the 8th of November, so that's on course for the release date, but of course a number of us have got this and we're going to be showing it off. Kernel Failure, Slim Nasty, them two, you should check out their channels. I'll link that in the description box below as well. There'll be my channel, of course, where I'll be doing my own sort of series. I may do a couple of series depending on how it goes, and they'll be doing their own series and streams and things like that. So we're all going to do this really cool stuff. Right, this is my Transport Fever map. This is the one I'm going to be playing up on. I've already made some tweaks to some of the configuration files to give us sort of towns like this, which are partly built up. So the reason I'm doing that is I want to see how far I can build each of these towns up. Ideally, I want to see these towns, a number of them, coming really close to joining up, creating a huge city. That being said, this may slow it down to an absolute crawl, so we'll have to see. It is very much improved in terms of performance and features, and of course interface. You can see the interface right here. And what I'm going to be doing is, first of all, let me take you around the map. So you can see this is a huge map, and it's a 1x2. So that's the shape of the map. So you can actually have rectangular maps now. So this is a 1x2 map. So you can see it's definitely a lot shorter across that way than it is down this way. Actually, this may even be 1x3. I cannot remember. No, it's a 1x2. Anyway, so you can see here we've got loads of industries. If we just click on that one, you can see oil refinery. It produces oil and fuel. Then you've got this one over here, which produces steel and slag, or just steel, but it requires coal and iron. So this is one of the old ones where you could put you could put coal and iron in and you could get yourself goods before. Same here, you could put oil in and get goods. Now you don't get goods, because if we click over here, you can see each one of these towns, they have the population, the line usage, they have shopping facilities where you need tools, food, and there's the goods that we're all used to. Then you need construction material, machines, and fuel. So that's how you get an entire town to grow. And each one of these towns have that, and of course it means that the supply chain's a lot harder. Things are a lot more difficult to do. To be completely honest, I think the easiest supply chain is probably the oil to fuel and the food. So grain, livestock and grain, in that case pigs, to some sort of food. Of course you have to find the right places. So for example, looks like we've got one here that could go across there, that could supply 1, 2, possibly 3 towns or cities. We've got food here, a farm here, but we've got nowhere that, well, actually it's up there. So if we were to bring it up there, it would be supplying Durham, Dudley, East Grinstead and Padstow. Yep. Of course, across everywhere there's loads of different ones, like let's have a look around. Let's see if we can find anything fairly decent. Lots and lots of industries around. I think this is due to tweaking. I don't think there should be that one. Here we go. Look at this one. If I was to create a road between there and there, that would be able to supply goods to Wickford, Saffron, Brown Hills, Lex Luthor, and then possibly get trains down to Southend, Loughborough, Watton, Basingstoke, Canterbury, and around this area. But anyway, that's all gonna happen. That's all gonna happen over the next few episodes. It's all gonna be, as and when and whatever I do. What I'm going to be doing is far more than that. I am going to actually be doing way more than all of that. I am going to be running this as if I would be doing this in real life. So imagine I'm on there, I've got some amount of cash and I'm creating railways right from the start. So what's going to happen is we're going to be doing short routes. We're going to be doing short routes, for example, let's say there to there, and you know, here to Wigston, from Dudley to Durham or something. Short routes everywhere, you know, there to there. And then eventually, as the money comes in, I'll start combining routes, relocating stations, you know, redoing everything, just like what would have happened in real life over the, you know, in the countries. Definitely in Britain. I know it's definitely in Britain. So you got over here. Let's see, this isn't a brilliant area to start. This is not a brilliant area to start. Shaftesbury, Northwich, Kirby, Ford, Leighton. Hey look, Leighton. Oh, yeah, of course it's not going to mean anything to you. It was actually, that's where I was born, that area, Leighton. Leytonstone. It's part of London. Okay, I think, oh, there's Southall as well, another part of London. Hatfield, another part of London. Loughborough's definitely not. Cool. Okay, so I think a nice place to start looks like down here. See here, looks like we could do a nice route here between Wimborne, Minster and Prescott. So we're going to get right into it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we'll start with a short route, and this could end up being a terminus station, this could end up being anything, and I'm going to start with passengers because I'm not sure what's going to happen. The other thing I want to mention, two things I want to mention actually. One is that this is still in a form of early access, so because of that there may still be a few bugs. Things may not be working as well. There may be some lag, stuff like that, but they are working hard on sorting that out, and over the next 2 weeks from when this episode's released, there will be some adjustment. Right, I think I'll make this like that. I think I can take screenshots. That's just a debug command. Right, let's create a medium street that goes right across here, and we'll see if the problems begin. Yes, they do. Construction not possible. Of course that was going to happen, because, you know, why wouldn't it? We just need to give it a little bit more space, I think. There we go. Just have to give it a little bit more space and everything's fine. Okay, so there's our station approach. Station number 1. It's a single track, small station. I'm going to do this as realistically in inverted commas, or in quotes, as possible. So, you know, I'm going to try and make sure that I don't put overkill on anything, and it starts off small and then grows. Which means it is going to obviously cost a lot, because eventually you're probably putting stations up in here, and you can see here, just to break, let's say we want to put a station right here, that's going to cost 3 million just to break that area, and then you have to reconstruct the roads, create the railroad out of there, and you know the rails will cost and everything like that. So I'm going to stick this one here. What may happen is this town may grow in such a form that I don't need to. We'll find out. We will find out. I'll stick it right there, and we'll put something like that. Oh, that's actually really well done. Well done, me. That's not so well done. Not well done, me. There we go. Better. Now let's hope that this hooks up. Perfect. Alright, so we've got the hook up there for this station, and we've got the one for that station. So we can just do a rail right round from there to there. Because this is going to be the end, because I don't fancy taking one all the way over to Padstow. I don't think that's a good idea. So because this is going to be the end, I am going to stick, come on, a depot on the end. You can see here new icons for speed and everything. Looks very good. One thing that's missing actually, they did have, I don't know whether this is on the testing branch then, but there's supposed to be buffers on here. We do get buffers at the end of these. I don't know where they've gone. So that's something that'll definitely be back in. There were buffers on both sides, which kind of looks cool, and we don't have to really worry about buffers. So yeah, that's just something that's missing right now that I did see. But like I said, we're allowed to talk about this now because the NDA is lifted. Right, and there's our new depot. Look at that. That looks kind of fancy, doesn't it? That looks really fancy. In fact, I can just go ahead and go. Nope, that's not working. Oh, lovely. Okay. That doesn't work. Does it work with this on then? No, my take screenshot button is a bit messed up. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to work out between episodes 1 and 2. I will work out what's going on. What am I going to do also is I'm going to have these as 20-minute episodes as Train Fever was, but to mark obviously the release of Transport Fever, let's bring that around. I want to try and keep that as flat as possible away from this hill. Yeah, I want to keep it away from the hill. I'll be doing these episodes. They'll be coming out every... Actually, I might take it. I'm thinking about this now. Episode 1, I might make this one 40 minutes long. Right, we've got level crossings. Level crossings work so much better now. So much better, which is absolutely fantastic. There we go. Hook that up. Job done. That's our first railway. Don't really have to worry about anything there. Can I change this? No. Thought maybe there were some extra types, but now, well, right. Let's do that. Let's continue along and just get this going. Right. What else do we need? That's the question. Well, each one of these, if I click that, you can see this. This is something to show you. You can see this catchment area, as it were, and that's where this railway station works, which means to get people from across town, you either need another station down this side, or you need to put maybe bus routes in, which is exactly what we're going to do. So let's see. Kind of looks too futuristic for the 1850s, but that's okay. There we go. We'll do one here. Let's put everything in that we need to put in, and we'll put in a depot. Let's put one in right there. So the idea here is, for me, I want 4 stations fully functional and a route here. So that's going to be one route. And starting off, perhaps I'll start off another route down or up on this side here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, just there. 1, 2, 3, there. Everywhere we're going to have routes, and then we're going to start connecting them up. That kind of stuff. Right. Let's create the first route. So here we go. New line, same as Train Fever. I'm going to follow the same conventions I was following back then as well. So SH is going to be the shuttle, and this is, I don't know what town this is. Wimborne Minster. So that's not how you spell it. Yes, it is. Okay. Now I can't add any stations there, of course, yet. But I'm just leaving this up for now. I'm creating these so I don't forget. Second one, shuttle for the other one was Prescott. There we go, shuttle for Prescott. Again, they're going to be red. All shuttles are going to be red, or deep red, depending whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. At the moment, I'm just doing one. I don't think we need 2. Right, so that's that, and I'm going to create the line here, which we're going to call, what's this? South Western Railways. Okay, the South Western Railway. It doesn't like that, so I'm just going to go South Western Railways. I don't want to really put the... I want to actually write south. You know what? That's fine. I'm going to write south. There you go. Southwestern Railways. And at the moment, it's going to go from Prescott to Wimborne Minster. It's Southwestern Railway, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it is. There we go. So it's going to go from there to there. Simply follow that route along. It's going to have a single train because there's a single track, so we can't really do much about that. And we're going to make it... Should we make it yellow? Yeah, let's leave it yellow. Let's leave it yellow. So there we go. That's fine. We'll leave that up there. We'll leave this up here. And we'll leave this one up here whilst we start sorting things out. So we need some bus stations. Over here. We can either use a bus tram station or we can use bus stops. Now I think bus stops are probably the way forward. So I think let's put one right here. I think the next one would be quite fancy if it was over here. Let's see which side of the road. That side, there we go. We'll put one right the way down here. Okay, and I think the last one should possibly be just on this corner here. Now that should cover the entire town. And if you want to check whether it covers the entire town, if you just go out of this, you can always grab each bus stop and drag it out. There you go. And you can see right there, it does cover the entire town except... Oh no, it does. It covers every single house that is currently in the town of Wimborne. So, that's awesome. We've got things going there. 18 minutes in. Yeah, I'm going to do a 40-minute episode. This is going to be... The first episode is going to be 40 minutes long. And I'll also be doing on... I've got four or five episodes left on that. And we'll go... let me think. Should we do... So if I do one tomorrow... So today, tomorrow... Where should I put this one down? Right there. Right there. Right there. And you know what? What I've forgotten is that really we want one station to, of course, pick up their... Yeah, so that's going to be 2 episodes. Right. It's all going in weird directions. Of course it's going in weird directions because I wish we could drive on the opposite side of the road, but you can see here that yeah, okay, I know why this is doing this. Right, I need to make this going the opposite way around because the way I am thinking is not the way it can go. There you go. That's better. I'm thinking of it driving on the left, which is how I'm used to. Right, okay, there we go. I'll just have to get used to doing it this way, unless we can switch it around. Okay. Also, let's do one over here. 1, 2. So let's get this right. So it's got to go anti-clockwise. There we go. Alright, so there is our first 2 routes for the shuttles. Let's get ourselves ready to go. And that brings me to this screen. So, this screen is very, very familiar to you guys. Except when you get to cargo, you can see we can actually configure to carry certain things. And we'll definitely be using this, just not at the start. Horse carriage is what we want. Again, I've got both American and European unlocked just because I just want to. I want to show off what there is available and, you know, enjoy it. And you can choose the color here. So we're going to choose bright red. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 should do for Prescott. We'll go over here And we'll do the same, and we'll just get another 10 in red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wimborne. Alright. Now comes the big one, the train. Getting the train for this. What train should I pick for this Southwestern Railway? We've got the Baldwin 6-wheel. Okay, use all the locomotives' weight for traction, hence the 6 wheels with the flexible beam. Okay. 1850, 25 miles an hour, 20 tons, 95 horsepower. Should change that to BHP. Mind you, it's pretty much the same, just a couple off. 5,620 pound-feet of torque, and it costs 28,000, well, £1,000 a year to. I don't know. Maybe it is a year. Huh. And this is 20,000. 3,300. It's got a lot less. And then with that, you have to take this car, which is 5 tons, while these are 20 tons. Wow. Okay, so that for 10 tons can carry 12 passengers. That for 20 tons can carry 14. Now, I could easily go with this train and that car. Why not? I think we should do it and see what happens. Let's do a bit of mix and match. We'll do some mix and match. The only reason I'm doing this is because there isn't really enough of in each country. If there was like lots of British trains or lots of European trains or lots of, you know, American trains, then I'd do that. For example, Stephenson's rocket. Why don't we have that? If we had that in here, then, you know, I'd be able to do that. And let's paint it yellow to see what happens. It's probably going to look really ugly, but that's okay. So this is going to cost me a fair amount, but I don't want these to be yellow. I want these to be brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 miles. I think I need to change the options to meters. Otherwise, it's supposed to give me the length of the train. Well, obviously, it doesn't like it in miles. 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66. Why not? I wonder if I can change the options right now. No, but we can map keys. Show high tracksman. Oh, this is nice. I did not know this. We can map keys. That's new. Fine. Very good. All right. Let's go for 66. I think 66 is going to be, and that's going to weigh what? If we're looking at that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Weigh 60 tons. 60 tons as opposed to this, which would have got us. So we got what? We would have had that in 5 carriages. 5 carriages would have given us roughly that number, and that would have weighed 100 tons. Now is I'm just going to get my screenshots back. F12, that's not right. This is why it's happened. It's for some reason it's reset my screenshots. No, I want that. Shift and page down. There we go. Now I should be able to take screenshots. All right. Which is going to be bros. Close that, close that, close that. Everything's going to happen at once, but I think this one's going to be the first one to take a screenshot. Let's prepare. Don't move, don't move. I'll just leave this in the corner. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Steam coming out of the actual depot. But that's okay. Again, I'm sure they'll fix that. There's a screenshot with a really ugly that yellow's a bit ugly. But look at that. Station. Let's go over here. And look at that. I think that's something to take a screenshot of. Different routes, they'll go in different directions. Similarly, we should have that over here. Now you can see the lag at the moment. That's cropped up. This wasn't here in an earlier beta, so I'm sure that they're just gonna. Whilst we're here, let me show you a few things. Here is the warning tab. So if you connection go sort yourself out, or they're going to us to well, that's not going to show much. There you go. You can see that we can switch off certain icons, which is good. Again, this would help for if you didn't want to really see much of what's going on. I could put these back on. I have to say, it really wasn't this laggy before. This just happened recently, but I'm sure it'll be fixed up soon. In fact, you know what? Just whilst we're sorting that out, let's go ahead and. You see, that doesn't really make much of a difference. So let's go ahead and sort that. Also, switch that off as well. Now, I like the HDR. Just for now, just so that it's helping or being helped along. 66 is what you can carry. Where hopefully you're going to see some passengers around. May not be immediate, but you can see that the town has already started growing. So yeah. Alright, so there's our first route. That's our first route. Whilst we're looking at that first route, let's see if there's anything else we can really do. Ooh, that's kind of bad. I wonder if it's an option I've set that has got it wrong. I don't know. It probably is an option I've set that's got it all wrong. I think it look alright here. Right. New Milton. Probably want to put a station there, but that looks like a hill. Now that allows me to show something else. So you've got of course we've got boats and we've got planes as well. Planes aren't available right now, but there's not many places I could use a boat here. We've got this here as a boat on. Okay, anyway, let's click that one. There you go. Now we can see the terrain, so that's there, and it tells you height at miles cursor 1 mile. Yeah, I think I need to change that to meters. I don't think it likes miles. I'll change that before the next episode. Right, so you can see the actual terrain and where it goes, which is really cool. I think it's going to be important for me to avoid that bit there. So, but it's going to definitely go up. I could try and run it through here. So obviously that's going upwards as well. Run it through that. There's a little bit there. I could run it through along. That looks alright. Run it through that and then straight through to Wimborne Minster, which is having a lot of growth going on. I mean, not entirely sure. I may have to tweak values again, but we do have our first passengers. Look at that. First passengers waiting, first passengers waiting. Is it just one or two? It's two. Those two. Those two are waiting. Yep, fantastic. Oh, and they're actually sitting on the... That's new. So that's carrying 3, and you can actually see them. I did not realize that. Cool. There is growth going on that maybe I'm going to have to tweak. Like I said, this is all in a very... The developers are in a development phase, you know, testing things, fixing bugs, and I'm very much in a phase of tweaking things. I want to get the best playthrough, but I want it to be unique, so I want it to be, you know, fairly fancy. And there are people waiting at the station. 2 people at the station, although I see another 6 coming in. There's loads coming in now. The train's on its way back, so it's going to pick up people for the first time. Or has it already picked up people? Nobody there yet. 4 here. With another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people walking towards the station. That's good. Right. in the meantime, let's go ahead and work this out. If I put the station... If I put the station right here... And the reason I'm doing this, obviously, I want to keep things going quickly. Don't want to be wasting too much time. But I want things to be done properly too. Ah, look at that. That's cutting into the mountain. That's cutting heavily into the mountain. And of course I need this to be cheap. How about right there? Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Again, we'll do this standard, straight road that we always do. Like that, and like that. And like that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Right, let's see if we can connect up. Let's see what a straight connection would do. You can see we're still in 1850, which is really, really good. 1.46 million is the cost for that. Because terrain alignment collision. Fancy. Right there, there's going to be a terrain alignment collision right there. Of course, some issues never completely go away. The reason being, I think it's just too close to this. That's what I think it is. Still, that's going to cost a lot. That is going to cost a lot. Let's see if we can sort of cheapen it. Okay, I just heard something that was from Train Fever on that music track. Which is quite nice. It's obviously been remixed, but there we go. It's very American. It does remind me. I think I mentioned this when we were when we were in Train Fever, that it reminds me of Railroad Tycoon. See, that's a lot cheaper. If I just follow the hill, that's actually a lot cheaper, and I may have to cut through just there, but that's cost me 100k now. That's going to cost me another... That's basically in 500k. Let's try and keep going. It's a bit too... Yeah, let's try that. Easy. Easily done by saving a lot of money by not doing it in one go. So there we go, there's our next one. Looks like the trains... Looks like it's busy. Looks like it's very busy. Let's immediately, though... Let's add them straight onto it. Because why not? And whilst we've got the money, we are obviously going to run out of money very, very quickly. But this is the whole idea of the aggressive. This is going to be my whole idea of an aggressive expansion at the beginning. There, let's stick one there. Oh, this is actually a large town. Stick one here. Stick one, I don't know, here. And of course we've got the one up there, so that should be okay. Depot, very quickly before we run out of money. Although we did just make a bunch of money right there. There we go. Buy road vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I haven't made the route, so I'll just hold that on the side whilst I quickly make the route. New line. red, and I've got to remember to do this backwards, like that. Awesome. And I'll set them off on the line whilst I rename it. There we go. Shuttle for, what's this, New Milton? New Milton. There we go. Okay, so you can see here the frequency is 60 seconds for New Milton, 52 seconds for Prescott, and 43 seconds for Wimborne. The South Western Railway is losing money at present. In fact, everything's losing money at present. But things are going to improve. Oh, there's also this view. It's kind of an interesting view. I'm not too sure about this view. It's kind of loud as well, but you know, there you go. There's a view. I press escape. It tells you what what I do like is it tells you what railway you're on, tells you where you're headed, and it tells you what speed you're doing, which is kind of cool. I do think it's kind of cool, but this view is probably the one most people like to see. Okay, so despite the loss of money, let's end the episode by watching this one go over to wherever it needs to go. Oh yeah, there's this as well, land use. And what's really nice is that SimCity style. Blue is commercial, green is residential, and yellow is industrial, which is awesome. And it shows the building value as well, so it looks like the land value, the land use, and the building value, which is kind of cool. So the brighter it is, the higher value, the more higher the value is. Awesome. Right, 402k. We're coming up to the end of this episode. What I will do is I'll obviously have another episode out tomorrow, and then possibly the next day. That's a bit of a bump. It's a bit of a bump. Maybe we should watch that from. It's like a little roller coaster. 25 miles an hour. Let's see how much this makes, because I don't know whether it's going to make anything here. Obviously there's no passengers waiting here yet, so this is going to be a loss if it doesn't actually make any money at this particular point in time, which it may not, because the passengers maybe wanted to go somewhere else. Yep, see, the passengers actually want to go somewhere else, so it's going to be a massive loss of money. However, I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to end the episode there. I'll change things over to meters. I might just change around the configuration file just ever so slightly to slow down the growth. I don't want the growth to be too quickly. Too quick. And then I think what we need to do is we need to get a second train on this line. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the next episode. We'll start putting some signals in, some passing loops and stuff like that, or I might just double track the whole way. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on Transport Fever, and leave a comment in the comments box below. Let me know what you think of my initial idea of doing these small routes everywhere, and all your tips and suggestions as well would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to hear, you know, what do you think I should do? Put stations in the middle of the city eventually. Which town on this map do you think should be the capital town? So I'm thinking of having a capital town where I focus on getting most trains eventually going to it, and having a couple of secondary towns where you'd have a lot of trains going to it as well, whilst having all the others, you know, just a single stop, something like that. Anyway, all these ideas in my head, let me know in the comments box below. Once again, thank you very much for watching. This has been Transport Fever, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode, which will be tomorrow, so stay tuned.